I'd love to get a question or two from the audience. Does anyone have any questions?
What you got?
Right there, first hand.
So would you do SNL?
Would we?
Yeah.
Would you do SNL?
No, we wouldn't do it. No way. Nerve-wracking, probably.
Right there.
Blanky shout out to Griffin Newman. Is it better to be someone's favorite band or someone's favorite band's favorite band?
Is it better to be someone's favorite band or someone's favorite band, someone's favorite band's favorite band? What's the question?
It's probably better to just go to the source and have the first thing. But, you know, we do, most people I meet have a band that, you know, I say, are you in a band? And they're like, yeah. Well, we're not, you know, so I think definitely that's cool. I mean, I'm glad that we inspire people think they can do what we do.
I'm just realizing that, so when I first heard Pavement in the early 90s, like everybody else, and I was going into college, and I hadn't heard anything like this music before, really. Like I had some exposure to some things that you guys were influenced by or whatever, but very little exposure. And then the band rewired my brain in so many ways because I felt smarter listening to the records. I felt like I knew more than I did at the time. And then I'm just realizing now in front of everybody here that that's what we edited, is like my brain trying to figure out how I felt in when I first heard the band, maybe. And that's why there's all these layers and stuff and confusion, maybe, and it's also too long. But because those records went on and on. But or just Wowie Zowie did. But I remember, it kind of like made me think different, and I think the film is trying to capture that, maybe.
Yeah, can you talk more about sort of balancing all these different threads and finding the rhythm of the movie and like a through line?
Yeah, so the easy version of it is that it's actually linear, the whole film, which is just like beginning, middle, and end. So once I realized that, that was sort of like discovered as we went along, because it was like a lot of the musical was more, the better performances were the later songs, and so then we could just we could just sort of dive into these things. Alex is a real nerd, as I think you probably understand already. But he kept talking about Dunkirk, the film, like where like you follow a thread and then there's another thread that comes in, another thread, and they all eventually pay off and get together. So we were thinking a lot about like these elliptical structure movies. But really it's that each element had to have its own logic. And then sometimes those two elements can work together, which, not to belabor the point, is how when the steel guitar comes in and Father to a Sister Thought, it's like from another song. It's like that's a different song happening while this other song is happening, and those two songs are happening at the same time. And like we could just do that because of the sort of the time frame. But we get a little bit in the weeds when we're trying to like get out of the Wowie Zowie era and sort of pay respect to the later stuff, but because we want to get that stuff in there, and the Harness Your Hopes thing is too weird not to include in a movie. I mean, for those who don't, it really is insane. What was that like when this B-side thing?
Not that weird. Sunday told me a bit about it, and I don't have a gauge of TikTok phenomenons. I assume there's different levels.
Yes.
It's like pretty viral for like an old motherfucker, but like
super viral.
Drake or something. But like apparently she said it was on a lot of stuff, and a lot of her friends know about it, and it's just like a.
A lot of like the people in my class are like, oh my god, I did a dance to that song. That's your dad? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, no way. And they want photos, and I'm like,
yeah. That's a nice thing about having a backing song, is like no one knows what you look like, too. It's just like disembodied music, like Daft Punk always was or something. So like, it's cool. The song just exists and carries on. You don't have to put an image with it like you often do in pop music.
Sure. Do we have time for just like a couple more from the audience? Yeah, right there.
Now that you live in Chicago, what do you think about the city?
It's great. Yeah, I'm totally down. So far, so good. It's been a pretty nice fall to be mundane about weather. And, our neighborhood is nice and stuff. So, thumbs up so far. I mean, what else would I say? It's cool, right?
Cool. In the way back, yeah. What do you got?
Yeah, it is hard quartet playing Chicago. Get
Ah.
on the list plus 3.
Looking for VIP passes to Hard Quartet in
Yeah,
Chicago.
probably. I think it's happening in the late spring.
All right.
We'll definitely come here.
Late,
Thanks for asking.
late spring. All right, right there.
I think it's getting announced like any day.
Great show a couple weeks ago at Riot Fest. Thank you for playing.
Thank you. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, blessed with good weather again. Be prosaic.
Also, I interviewed you 32 years ago in college radio station. So,
Which one?
KCOU in Columbia, Missouri. Anyone? Nobody.
Anybody know that place?
I live in Columbia, Missouri now, so yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What I
Blue note.
love about the reunions are it's very much like the 28 up of reunions. It's like you get together every 10 years and go on a tour, and it's really cool because you get to just kind of we jaunt as your fans, we jaunt to your past, but we also get to see where you're at now, and we're growing
Yeah,
together.
man.
What is that like perspective from like the 10 tour to